Imagine someone paying 2 million for tourist visa. To get the 2 million sef, you already sold a lot of things. And now he's not saying he's coming. And like, what do you have? What can you do? Out of 10, it's just one person that will get that thing. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, can you click on the subscribe button? And if you're an existing subscriber, yeah, my future neighbors, how are you now? This video is just to encourage as many people that are trying to relocate. I know the desperation to relocate is really very high now, but please let me just chip this in before you make a costly or a golden mistake. Please, as much as you're trying to relocate, please calm down. Don't be desperate. Follow the due process. A lot of people are getting scammed right now. Someone paid 2 million just to get a tourist visa. Going to an agent, like, everything is online. I always advise us, don't go to an agent. There's nothing that agent wants to do for you that you cannot do by yourself, even if it's tourist that you are even looking for. And meanwhile, let me remind you this. Tourist visa is not a permanent resident visa, and it's not even a work permit. You can't use tourist visa. Okay, let me just break it down for you. They call it for you tourist visa, but it is actually visiting visa. Even if you get 5 years visiting visa, you still cannot use it for anything. The maximum number of days or months that you can use with your 5 years tourist visa is still 6 months. After 6 months, you're supposed to exit and then come back. Like, you still have to go out and then come in again after 6 months. You can't stay at a stretch of 5 years, even if the agents get you like 5 years tourist visa. Tourist visa is still tourist visa. Now, what they will tell you is, oh, if you get tourist visa, they will give you, and you get job, you do this. My brother, you see the videos that I've been doing all the while. Out of 10, maybe one person get job. And even if you now get the job with a tourist visa, you have to flagpole. Flagpoling. Like, flagpoling is when you come in as a particular status and then your status change during the course of your stay, and then you want to now change from maybe tourist to work permit, or tourist to school safe, or to study permits. You need to go out and come in again to any of the closest border. That's what they call flagpoling. So you flagpole and say, oh, I came in as a visitor, but now my status has changed to a work permit. And then you will now come in. They will stamp you again as a work permit holder. And mind you, if that work permit no come be authentic, from there, it is homo. So please, don't be desperate. Don't go to agents, or don't let them turn the terms for you in one sweet terms, and you now think, oh, I have a lot of people in my DM right now that is what agents is telling them. Tourist visa. Tourist visa is visiting visa. You can't stay more than 6 months in Canada. Don't spoil your record. Now, you know, I've said a lot of things about all this type of visa, 4 major ways that you can come. If you've not seen those videos, you need to go back and watch those videos. If you want to even come as a visitor and say, oh, you convert it to work permit, I told you that they've extended how long you can change it to, like, February of 2025. How many companies are willing to sponsor you? I've explained it in one of the videos that I did. You need LMIA. How many companies are ready to even give you LMIA? I have a friend here in Winnipeg that is an HR. She recruits a lot of people. Do you know the first question she will ask them if she's doing all the recruiting thing is, what is your status? They want to know your status. No complaint will call you. The first thing they will ask you is, what is your status? And the status is, are you a student? Are you a PR? Are you... Just tell us your status. And if you now tell them it's visiting, they will just say, oh, we'll get back to you. Forget, not getting back to you. You can't rent a house. You can't open account, bank account. You can't work. You can't do anything with a tourist visa. Let me shock you. The first thing bank will ask you if you want to open an account is lease agreement. And no landlord is ready to give a visitor except you want to stay in basement of someone, maybe a family member or something. And even that one, you can't use that, the lease agreement of that thing, to now do lot of things. They need your status first of all before they can give you. You know that number they used to give us? They used to give students and PR. We call it SIN. It is like CCCs. You need it everywhere that you go to. You need it to open everything. Even mobile number, to get a number safe, you need it. So that number that they give to us at the border, be anything, or maybe you enter and go to Service Canada, it's very important. Now, maybe, okay, so if you now get accommodation, God forbid that something happened to you or your children, you now need to use the health system, the hospital. Do you know that you can't even, they can't attend to you. You can't use the free thing there. You now have to start paying. And Canada Health is not cheap. You had my last video when I was talking about giving birth. Giving birth for anyone that is not having a status is around 50,000 Canadian dollars to 25,000 Canadian dollars. Canada Health is not cheap. Even if now, like me, I will now advise this. Okay, you want to come. Can you come and spend like 3 months and you go back? Don't sell anything in your house. Don't sell your property. Don't sell your car. Come to Canada and go back. You can now use that, your visa thing, to now apply to US. I know now, US doesn't need that straight thing. If God help you and they now grant you US, pack everybody, be going to US now. I know it is really difficult right now. Everyone is trying to find a good living. Everyone is trying to just make life easy for their family. But please don't fall into the wrong hands. Tourist visa is not an option. Like I said, try study. They said, oh, study is really, really expensive. Try PR. I came in as a PR. Try PR. If you try PR, you can do a lot of things. In 3 years, you'll be Canadian, gone, and you can go to like 185 countries without visa. I know you say, oh, the process is so long, but I tell you, if grace is working for you, my own process was just within 1 year, everything. I entered the pool 2021 of June. I got my PPR 2022 of June. And here I'm in Canada already. Everyone just wants something fast. There is no visa. When it's not US, that once you get there, they decide your fate instantly, and then you will know that, oh, I'm going to US next week. For Canada, it requires a lot of patience. Some application, that is what people did not tell you. Anyone that is doing all this YouTube, that's why I'm always careful in saying things. I will not just jump on any topic on YouTube because I don't want to raise hope. Some people will say, oh, come to Canada in 3 months, come to Canada in 1 month. Excuse me. Even if you now get the visa, I got visa June. I didn't get to Canada till like 3 months after because flight ticket was so expensive. I had to stay, book 3 months before I came to Canada. So there's nothing in this Canada journey that is like instant. Some people, they did that PR or even study or some. It's because they don't tell us the real story about all of these things. Some people did it for 5 years. If you hear some people PR story, you will know that some of us are just lucky. Some people stayed in the pool. They were doing IELTS all over because IELTS expire in like 2 years. Some people did it 3 times because it kept expiring. They did not tell you that part of the story. It's not always smooth. Let people come and tell you what they've experienced before they got to Canada. Please. I know it is not smooth again in Nigeria. I know everyone just wants to leave the country, but please be careful. While you are waiting for maybe PR, do your IELTS, do your WES. WES takes longer, especially if you're in Nigeria university. I did recently from one of my close person for last week. It took like 4 to 5 months. That is how university can frustrate your life. Even using people, in-house people, they did not give him till they did not finish the whole process in like 4 to 5 months. And now IELTS, try, read. I know that exam is one of the things that used to make people like, oh, I'm not doing it. It is really, but I tell you, if you put your mind to it, it's not about going to Queen's English, Queen's University or private university. It's just luck. I did it once. Some persons did it like 3 times to get the highest band. And let me not lie, my score was less than 400. And I'm in Canada today. Some people will say, oh, I was over 30 when I wanted to come to Canada. I know how the thing works now. Once you are above 30, the thing will just be cutting your... And my husband did not even write IELTS. So it was PMP that I used. Thank God I was in the pool when Manitoba did the draw. Imagine if I wasn't in the pool. I got to the pool June. I got the last draw of their lowest thing. They did like 500 and something. That was July of 2021. Yeah. Imagine if I wasn't in the pool. So that's why I used to tell you, stay in the pool. We've seen Alberta. Alberta did 300 plus to pick people from the pool. We've seen provinces that pick lowest band before. Stay in the pool. Fill out all the PMPs. Pray to God too. Things will work out for your favor. Things really worked out in my favor. And in 1 year, I'm in Canada. Don't be desperate. While you are waiting, learn how to do a lot of handiwork. That did this DD for me. If you see the number of contacts that customer that I've given her, she's just 18 years that came to Canada recently for study. 18 years old girl. But she can do DD. Like, everyone saw my hair and it's like a dream come true for a lot of persons because we don't have people that do this kind of thing. Like, we are suffering of hair making. If you watch most of my video, you will notice that I've been packing my hair or I do wig. But she did it for me and it's so neat. It's now weeks now that I've done it, but it's still very neat. Like, everyone just wanted me to give that lady's number. She's just 18 years and she's a hustler. She's going to school. She's going to school here in the University of Manitoba. She's very young. But if you see things that she can do for her, while you are waiting, go and upskill, upgrade your skill. Learn how to... if you know how to make it in Canada, you're a billionaire. You'll be taking appointments back to back. So learn something while you are waiting. Please don't be desperate. I don't know. I just need to come out. I'm seeing lots of DMs of what the agents are doing to people these days. And I'm so bitter. People, stop doing this to yourself. Imagine someone paying 2 million for tourist visa. And the person is... To get the 2 million serve, you already sold a lot of things. And now he's not saying it's coming. And what do you have? What can you do? Out of 10, it's just one person that will get that thing. and you pray that your flag polling will even be successful. A lady recently shared her testimony in my church too. She was waiting for study, but while she was, you can submit a lot of application. You can do PR, you can do study, they call it dual intent. So she was waiting for study permit approval. They did not approve it, but they now sent her visitor, like visit. They approved her visit. Now she packed her bag and started coming. When she got to the border, they asked her, "Oh, what are you here for?" I know the question is very important, especially if your status is temporary. Don't collect visits and say you are coming for work. No, they will send you back. So when they now asked her, "What are you here for?" she said, "Oh, I'm here for study." They now saw her visa, checked it again, like, "Oh, but you are visiting, why say study?" They wanted to send her back, and then she said, "Oh no, she applied for study too." Then they said, "No, right now you are coming for visiting, not for study." They wanted to send her back. Oh, thank God, say God dey aside though. Then they now like, "Okay, we saw your application for study, but for right now you are not coming for study, you are coming for visiting." They allowed her in. That one is very rare. God was just on her side. Now when she entered and then she came for study, eventually her study was something, and then like I said, you have to go back and come in again. From polling, they wanted to send her back. But thank God was just on her side. They approved it for her. Now she's a student. So please, this story that people did not tell you, I'm bitter right now. Stop giving agent a lot of money. Because even the visiting permit, check it online, put it on Google. How much is visitor visa to Canada? You will see it. It's not expensive. And now someone is now collecting 1 million, 2 million to do visiting visa for you. Ha! I know there is no money in Nigeria, so don't give someone 2 million to do visiting. Tourists, they call it tourists. Hey, tourist is visiting. Please, I don't know, I'm just moved to do this video with us. Please, watch my other video, Sha. There are a lot of ways you can come to Canada. Thank you for listening to my ranting. But I'm bittered. Thank you. See you in my next video. Please, don't forget. See you in my next video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and engage the channel. Like, subscribe, share it. Let the whole world know that someone is here bitter that they are scamming people in Nigeria. Bye. And also, I'm going to drop list of universities. If you're trying to get your transcript, I have a list of people you can call from your university to help you fasten a bit, to help you hasten your application. And also for IELTS, if you are trying to write IELTS, I'm going to drop the links of sites that you can use to prepare for IELTS.